Hey guys, how's it going? So now that we have our site set up and we have this index page, what we're going to do is create our database. So let's go to a new tab and type in localhost/php myadmin. Alright, so press enter on that, and if this doesn't work for you, you may need to specify localhost :8080 and then php myadmin. But I don't need to do that, so I can just do localhost/php myadmin. Now, php myadmin is kind of the UI for our database. This is our administration tool. It just allows us to interact with our database without actually writing SQL code. Now, of course, we will be writing a lot of SQL code in this course, but having this UI where we don't have to always type things out, we can just click to create things, is very handy. So what we're going to do is click on this new button to create our database. So click new. Now, of course, I have a lot more databases on the side here, but your list will be a little bit shorter than this if you've never used this before, so don't worry about that. But anyway, I've clicked new, and now I'm going to create our database here, and let's call it social. So I've typed in the name of the database, call it whatever you want, but I'm going to call it social. And then click create, and now we have this social database. And of course we have no tables in this database yet, so let's go ahead and create one. Let's create a test table first. Let's just say test, and then click go, and now we have more options to create columns for our table. So we're saying our test table is going to have these columns. Let's just say an ID column. And then underneath that, let's just say a name column. So we're saying create this table with two columns, an ID column and a name column. Now, we have to choose the data types for our column. So you can see it defaults to int, and ints are just numbers. And we're going to use ints for our ID, so we can keep this the same. But what we are going to do is scroll across to the right and check this AI checkbox. And that just means auto increment. And I'll show you what that means in just a sec. But basically, it means that the ID value, so the value in this column, is going to increment every time automatically. We don't have to do anything with that. It's automatically going to add 1 to the ID every time. So the first row in the table has the ID 1, the second row in the table will have the ID 2, and so on. So you're going to see this pop up when you check that checkbox. Just go ahead and click go on that. It's just setting this column here as the primary key, which just means that this is always going to be a unique value for the column. There can be no duplicates in this, so you can't have 2 rows with the same ID. This is always going to be a unique number in this column. So once we've done that, we're going to go to this column underneath, this name one, and we're not going to use int for this because, like I said, ints are for numbers. We're going to change this to varchar, and this just allows us to put text in there. And then when we use a varchar, we have to specify a length. Now, we're just going to put 50, and that just means that this column will have a limit of 50 characters. I don't know anybody with a name longer than 50 characters, so this should be fine. All right? So we've created a column called ID and we've created a column called name. Go ahead and click save at the bottom here. And you can see that's created our test table now. If I go over to here, you can see this test table. If I click on it, there are no rows in the table, but you can see this is our table. And if you click on structure, you can even see the structure of it. You can see ID and then name right here. So there you go, we have our table.